Alright, in this speech we're going to explain how to change the oil in your vehicle. There's a few reasons you want to do it yourself or just to have it done. In the future, if you change the oil regularly, you can save money by changing it yourself and future repairs by getting it changed regularly. What you need before attempting this is to have an oil wrench, a drain pan, clean rags or some newspapers to put down for spills, a socket wrench or an opening wrench to the size of your drain plug on your oil pan, a funnel, a new oil filter, and whatever oil is recommended in your owner's manual. You can find that in the basic operations in your owner's manual. It'll tell you how much to get and what kind you need to get, what weight. First things first is safety. You're going to have to get underneath your vehicle, and if you cannot get under your vehicle without jacking it up, first thing is you jack it up and you put a jack stand underneath. You never want to get underneath a vehicle that doesn't have a jack stand under it. You never know when the jack might give out, fall on top of you, and you can get stuck. You need to wear safety equipment. I recommend maybe a pair of gloves, but if you're not afraid of getting too dirty, you'll be alright without it. Safety glasses are a must, though. Without safety glasses, you can splash oil in your eyes. First step is to get underneath your vehicle and locate the drain plug on the oil pan. You're going to slowly loosen the bolt and let the oil run out. If you open it too fast, it can go everywhere. Make sure your drain plug is all the way out and your oil pan's underneath to catch all the oil. When it slows to a slow drip, tighten the bolt back up by hand and then do a quarter to a half turn with your wrench to secure it. After you're done with that, you're going to need to locate the oil filter. You should be able to get this loose by hand, but if not, you're going to use your oil filter wrench. Turn it off a little bit with the oil filter wrench to break it loose. And loosen it the rest of the way with your hand. Some oil might come out of this, so make sure you have your drain pan underneath the oil filter when doing it. If you spill anything, newspaper is a great place to put underneath your motor to make sure nothing gets all over your floors. Because oil is slippery. That's a safety reason right there. You could slip and fall. Once you get the oil filter off, go ahead and put it in a bag or some way so you can take it in and get it recycled. Next is you're going to get the new oil filter out. Now go ahead and open a new bottle of oil and dip your finger down in it and get some oil, fresh oil on your finger and put it around the seal or gasket on the oil filter before you try to attempt to put it back on. This will help the gasket from cracking and drying and sticking to the adapter plate for the oil filter. Once you get it on, tighten it by hand. You don't no need to use the wrench when you're putting it back on. Alright, next up is grab your new oil. You're going to need to place the funnel in the oil fill on the top of the motor. There'll be a cap you need to take off first, so go ahead and loosen that up and then take it all the way off. Go ahead and place your funnel into the oil fill hole. That way you don't get oil all over the motor bay trying to put in the oil. You're going to add the recommended amount of oil through the funnel into the filler. And once you're done with this, you're going to remove the funnel and wipe up any excess that may have fell out of the funnel or dripped off, because you don't want that burning up on your motor. Go ahead and retighten your cap, put it back on. And next up is you're going to check your oil level. The best way to do this is to start the car back up and get full flow of the new oil that you've placed in the pan. After a couple minutes of running, it should be fine and ready to check. You're going to pull out your oil dipstick and wipe it clean with a rag or a towel or newspaper, whatever you have laying around. And then you're going to fully place the dipstick back into the tube. And then you can pull it out and make sure it's on the full line. And after that, you should be good to go. You might want to take the car for a test drive and watch your oil pressure gauge if you have one. Make sure everything's getting lubricated properly. But it looks like you just saved yourself money and future repairs. Thank you.